Hi, I'm Valerie, and I have a confession to make.
I'm addicted to sugar again.
Which is awkward because over 1 million people watch me quit sugar. Before I filmed that video, I genuinely didn't think I'd make it past day 2, but somehow I did. And I ended that challenge feeling great physically and mentally. I lost weight, gained mental clarity, my digestion improved, and I stopped obsessing over dessert every 5 minutes. So if you were expecting me to come back here and say I completely transformed my life and never ate sugar again, I fear I have bad news.
30 days of no sugar is going to change years of this habit I've built up. Just reverted back to my old habits of having so much sugar every day, like me with my sweet coffee in the morning, having dessert after dinner, having a sweet snack in the middle of the day. I don't feel great about it. I don't want to be discouraging and all, but it is hard. It's so freaking hard. I haven't whipped out this camera in so long because I've honestly been feeling like so discouraged with YouTube. Also, not to mention the fact that like I'm eating sugar again and like I can't stop eating it again. I'm contemplating going no sugar again because it really helped me mentally, even though it was like tough in its own way. I don't like the way I'm feeling, and I'm pretty sure how I've been eating has been affecting that. I'm falling back into old habits that I know don't serve me. So yeah, I'm not feeling great, and I know the reason, but I'm like still chugging this like so. I committed to that 30 days because truly it did help me so much mentally, physically, gave me the sense of confidence that I can do these sort of things. Like I can do YouTube. I was dedicating over 80 hours a week to filming and editing, and I was really trying to post consistently, like once a week. To cope with the stress and endless hours of editing, I turned back to a coping mechanism I've had for many years, which is snacking, especially sugar. And the truth is, I've been trying to quit again for a really long time. I have attempted to many times unsuccessfully to restart no sugar. I think it lasted about 1 day. It wasn't until my video randomly started getting noticed almost a year after I posted it that I went back and watched it myself. And at first, I cringed really hard. Why was I so dramatic over not eating dessert for 30 days? But the more I watched it, the more I remembered how proud of myself I actually was, how hard it generally felt for me, and how much better I felt by the end of it. And just because you go backwards doesn't mean you're back at zero. I want to try again. And I'm extending an invitation to you to do it with me. It's not the kind of thing that you can really do alone, and that's why I posted about it, because it gave me the sense of accountability that people were watching and that I didn't want to let people down. And of course, I don't want to let myself down. At the same time, I don't want it to be this pressure of needing to do 30 consecutive days of no sugar. It is really the intent behind it of just trying. During my first time doing no sugar for 30 days,
a lot of people had opinions about the fact that I was still eating fruit. Some people basically said that I was still eating sugar because I had fruit, and other people were very glad that fruit could still be eaten. So I figured I should probably explain what I actually meant by no sugar, because even though I flashed the guidelines on screen for like 3 seconds in the original video, I never fully laid them out clearly. So I'm going to share basically the 5 guidelines that I followed when I first did no sugar for 30 days, and of course adapt this to however you like for yourself. This is just what happens to have worked for me. First rule, which is probably the main rule: no desserts, no sweetened drinks, no packaged food with sugar added. Even if you just get this one rule, then you're pretty much doing no sugar, because there's sugar hidden in absolutely everything. On a daily basis for me, I have a sweet coffee in the morning, a matcha in the afternoon, a cookie in the afternoon, and then some ice cream at night. So that's kind of a lot. So even if I get rid of all of that and still have any of the other sugar that I happen to have, like I'm already improving a lot. Any packaged food, if sugar's added in there, I'm trying to avoid it. Some foods are so sneaky with it. You think you're eating just a normal savory snack, and then you look at the ingredients and somehow there's sugar in it too. Even things like fries or chips can have added sugar or dextrose. Once you see it, you can't unsee how it's kind of hidden in every food category. The hardest thing for me is definitely going to be drinks, because I have one emotional support drink every single day. And I know it's not the best habit of mine and not the best way to emotionally support myself, but sometimes I need it. And sometimes happens to be every day. But because of no sugar, we're gonna try to change that. Last time I did this, I drank a lot of just straight tea with no sugar or cream or anything in it, and we're gonna try to do that again. Sometimes I reach for sugar because I want comfort, and it's not always gonna be the best solution. Why would I miss my emotional support drink? I literally just had one. Even just talking about it is making me kind of sad, but even though we're gonna lose out on these things, we're gonna gain so much more by doing no sugar, guys. And before the comments come for me again, yes, I know fruit has sugar, but the point of this challenge is to eliminate added sugar, not natural sugars. So fruit is actually the thing that absolutely carried me during my no sugar challenge. And if you wanna do no sugar yourself and you don't wanna have fruit, that's okay. But
I need my fruit. This is how I was able to get through it. This is so sweet. Oh shoot, I dropped one.
Fruit honestly carried me through the first time I did this. If I was craving something sweet, having cold fruit around helps so much because it actually fills you up. Meanwhile, when I start eating 1 scoop of ice cream, I somehow finish the whole pint.
Having just like washed blueberries, washed grapes, cut up fruit, already ready. The thing about having something sweet, like a cookie, it's just so accessible, it's so easy to get. But then with fruit, you know, you have to wash it and cut it. So if it's not already washed and cut, we may reach for something else when we want something sweet. Speaking about fruit and sugar, I actually got these super cute ice creams. They were viral last year and I really wanted to try them. I think I'll eat this on my last day of having sugar. So day 0, I'm gonna have one of these to start us off strong with no sugar. This is not considered real fruit, guys. Just putting it out there. I'm not gonna be eating this on my no sugar, just the day before my no sugar starts. So, isn't it so pretty? If I'm craving something sweet, we're not gonna be reaching for this or this. We're gonna be reaching for this. And I allow myself however much fruit I want because it fills me up. Guideline number 3, we're gonna limit how often we eat out.
Because honestly, restaurants will probably add sugar into everything. And if I do eat out, it'll mostly be socially or for special occasions. And even then, I'm just trying to make slightly better choices. Unfortunately, I'll still be saying no to dessert, even if everyone else gets it. And the first time I did this challenge, the timing was honestly terrible. It overlapped with a Disneyland trip, an LA trip, and Thanksgiving. I actually fully planned ahead of time that I was going to eat desserts there because I wanted to fully enjoy the trip. And same thing with Thanksgiving. I ate the dessert. I didn't make myself feel bad about it. I just made up those days afterward.
I think what I'm really gonna miss is going to cafes and having a nice sweet drink with friends because that is honestly what I look forward to a lot of times.
Guideline number 4, no adding sugar to drinks or home cooking. Because I'm cooking more at home, I also can't be sabotaging myself by adding sugar into everything. My meals are probably going to look very normal, like a lot of rice bowls, noodles, simple meals like that. I'm not doing low carb or keto or anything like that. It's really just about eliminating added sugar where I can, which honestly is already hard enough. So no sugar, not even a pinch to oatmeal, yogurt, stuff like that. And this includes my coffee and matcha. I'm pretty upset about it, but honestly, after a while, your taste buds really do change.
The last guideline, I didn't really write this out in my last video, but
what happens if you accidentally eat a cookie and then you suddenly feel like you have to give up on this whole challenge because you gave in?
If that happens and you happen to eat sugar one day, that's totally okay. You can just restart it up the day after, just like add an extra day. So if it was day 15 that you happen to have, you know, a whole boba or something, then the next day is just day 15 for you again.
But one imperfect day doesn't erase the progress you already made. So the goal here isn't perfection. The goal is just to keep going. And honestly, learning how to recover after slipping up is probably more important than the actual no sugar part.
I actually wanted to read some of the comments together because this is kind of the reason why I was afraid to show my face skin on this channel. Your face became smaller and less puffy. I don't know how you missed that. Well, apparently 3,000 people noticed that because this comment has 3,000 likes. Guys, I think I've noticed, but I didn't know it was that obvious to everyone else. Your face by day 15 was already not as puffy. Sugar bloats and we look fatigued all the time. So proud of you. You're building a healthy food relationship. Thank you. I get very bloated in my face first thing, so if I'm having ramen, it will show in my face immediately. Even before my period, the bloating isn't just in my belly, it's also on my face. Yeah, sugar really does bloat my face, guys. I don't know if it does for anyone else, but it definitely does for me. Honestly, you just look so much happier and alive as this video progresses. That is true, that is true. I was struggling. Guys, we're gonna quit sugar again. I am planning to starting June 1st, which is actually on a Monday, and June is perfectly 30 days. So I'm gonna do no sugar all throughout the month of June. And I'm inviting you to do it along with me because I think this is one of those things that you can't really do alone. The first time I did a no sugar, I guess, challenge was with some other people. We even had a group chat about it. The accountability has helped a lot. So I'm telling you all right now that June 1st, I am starting no sugar for 30 days again. Who knows, maybe I'll go beyond the 30 days. And even if I do mess up in the middle, that's all right too. Don't be so hard on yourself if it's not 30 consecutive days. It's really the intent behind it. Like, what are your goals for this? Like mine were to have more mental clarity, to not always think about sugar all the time, to just like feel physically better. Yeah, so let's do it, all right? I'll see you on the other side.